Being in the tub is very similar being on the grooming table, except that it has walls most likely. Let it be something you can open up, or something a little bit higher where you walk or lift up your puppy, and later down the road they might gonna be able to just walk through it. So we need to get them used to being in a confined space. And the first thing we want to make sure is they have a good grip. So you want to use a bathtub mat underneath, so it's not going to be like they are sliding all over the place, because in the tub there is not many other things that can scare the doggies more than when they cannot get a good grip on the ground, especially when you add water and shampoo to the equation, or conditioner. So we want to make sure that the puppy has a really good grip on the ground, and we put them in. Let's say this is the tub. You put the doggy in, and you for example, you can totally leave a few treats in there so they can walk around, sniff around, get comfortable, and connect the dots like, hey, the bathtub is awesome because it's raining treats in there. And once they are comfy and they figured out that, okay, I can get good grip, then you're gonna be able to add the sound and sensation of the water in there. At the first try, you probably want to keep your doggy away from the water and just get used to the sound. Or in case your dog is a little bit more afraid of the sound of the water, then you can, or the shower head most likely, then you can keep the doggy out of the tub and have your friend or spouse, someone, reinforce the puppy while you're running the water in the tub for a little while, so we can balance out not wasting resources and keeping the doggy comfortable and getting them used to the sound of the water. And then you can join the two, like having the doggy in the tub, leaving a few treats out. They are exploring, finding them, sniffing around, getting comfy, and switching on the water. The sensation of the water is a little bit different situation. You can go three ways. You can use cups, then bigger bowl, cup, and you can just pour water on your doggy. You can use a shower garden hose, where there's not going to be much of a sound from the water passing through the hose. Or you can use a shower head, an extra attachment to your shower, so you have a flexible hose that you can move around in the tub and reach the puppy easier. From the distraction perspective, the cup is the easiest to get used to, then the garden hose, and then the shower head. The shower head makes that funny sound that is sort of like spraying the water out, plus the sensation is a little bit more intense than the other two. I like the middle ground, the garden hose, because it's less loud and I can adjust the water pressure with my finger at the end of the hose. So I can penetrate the coat easily and rinse out any shampoo and conditioner left over from the coat. Much easier than when I'm using a cup. Though that will work for the first few baths for your puppy, totally fine. You don't have to worry about it. Just make sure you're squeezing out all the water and rub your doggy everywhere, tricky spots under the ears, tip of the ears, belly, armpits, inner thighs, or base of the tail area and tail, so you are rinsing out everything with the pouring the water method. Either way, with the garden hose or with the shower head, pick your choice and you can get your puppy used to it. Again, use a lot of treats and reinforcement to make sure that your puppy is comfortable with whatever choice you did. You can increase the distance from the sound, between the sound and the puppy. So you can adjust that in case they get a little bit surprised or scared, and it's going to be less distracting for them and they can get used to it easier. The sensation of the water is an additional situation here. Whenever you are using the garden hose, it's going to be a little bit of surprise for them because the water is flowing a little bit faster than whenever you are pouring it. But they can get used to it super easily because it's just a sensation and not much of a sound. Whenever it comes to a shower head, it's going to be the sound and the sensation combined. So you really want to make sure that you're taking your time and not scaring the doggy with moving too fast in your pace, not in the doggy's pace. I like to start getting used to the sensation of the water, again, on areas where they are very furry and they don't have sensitive features around and they won't tickle, and sensitive features pee-pee and anus area as well. And they have a lot of muscles around, so it's not going to be water directly going on their bones or tickle them easier. So those areas are like the sides, shoulders, thighs, and you can do the lower legs as well. I like to leave the face, head area latest getting used to anything, because there are so many sensitive features around there, like ears, eyes, nose, mouth, that that's the trickiest part. So getting your doggy used to sensation with this in this order will help your puppy to get comfortable enough around other body parts, less tricky body parts, until you reach the trickiest areas on your puppy.